Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello there, and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a couple minutes, you and I will be embarking together on a trivia odyssey through 50 points of movie trivia, puzzles, all kinds of fun stuff. Tonight is it's game 3 of season 13. It's the last game of part 1, our first mini season. Pardon me, our first mini season of this season. Scores will reset with each of these 4 3-part mini seasons. So whoever has the most points out of these first 3 games, they will get a Yaddle card towards the finale, which is happening ages from now. It's going to be a months-long endeavor. Tonight, our theme, since it's going to be the last show of June, the next show will be in July. The theme is June. It's all each round is inspired by an aspect of June that gets celebrated. All right. So there's going to be lots of different things that we're going to be covering as far as movies go. And let's do it. Let's jump into in-game mode. Let's hop right into our first. Am I there? Right. What is there? There we go. Okay. So our first round, it never makes sense. It never makes sense to me. All right. So our first round, like I was saying, is in June. So all month we're going to be talking about specific dates and holidays, but this first one is inspired by a month long. It's Pride. It's Pride Month. Happy Pride to everybody. Hopefully you're June's already half over, but hopefully you're been doing some good stuff. So our Pride themed round is all about rom-coms, queer rom-coms. So it's all about meet cutes. So I am going to give you the 2 characters and the actors that play the main love interests in a film and how they met. Some of them, they're already couples, but most of them, it's about how they met. All right. And then you name the film. All right. So our first one, I'll also give you the year that the movie is from. Your first one, 2022, Bobby, played by Billy Eichner, and Aaron, Luke McFarlane, meet at an NYC club during the launch of a gay dating app and end up together despite both of their commitment issues. What is that movie? From 3 years ago already, with Bobby and Aaron who meet at a New York City nightclub. Just looking for the name of the film. Is anyone in the chat, have you done anything cool for Pride? Have you done anything cool for Pride so far? I've ended up going to 3 different Pride games, three weekends in a row, Pride games. I went to Gotham, and then the New York Exiles, a women's rugby team, and then won tickets. I'm a Yankee fan, but won tickets to the Mets, and it happened to be their Pride night. So I ended up doing 3 Pride games in a row, 3 weekends in a row. It's fun. All right, so this movie with Billy Eichner, pretty sure he wrote it too, is Bros. The movie is Bros. That is the rom-com that we're looking for here. All right, question number 2. Movie number 2 is also from 2022. Noah, Joel Kim Booster, and Will, Conrad Ricamora, meet during a summer trip to the titular LGBTQ+ beach destination in New York State. This movie is also from 2022. Noah and Will meet during a summer trip during the titular LGBTQ+ beach destination in New York State. What is that movie? For this one, I had a few people for Bros guess this movie, but now is actually the time, and I think almost everybody who submitted got this one right. A lot of famous people in this one: Bowen Yang from SNL, Margaret Cho's in this one. This is the time now for Fire Island. Fire Island is the name of the movie. All right, question number 3, going back to 1997. Title character played by Jennifer Westfeldt, and Helen, played by Heather Jurgensen, are two young NYC professionals who have frustrating. Hang on, wait. I can't read that. I'm cutting off the. Hang on, I'll just make this go full screen. They have frustrating love lives with men, and they meet through a women seeking women personal ad. So one of them, the character is in the title. It's not necessarily the entire title, but their name is in the title. This is an indie film from 1997, though it had some pretty good. Wait, do I have the year right for that? No, I'm way off. I'm sorry. That's 2001. It's 2001. Is that it's I don't know why I thought it was 90. I think I was thinking of a different film. Yeah, it's not 97. It's 2001. 2001. There's a different thing. There's a different question in this game about a movie from 97, and I think my wires got crossed in my brain. This movie is it was based on like a segment of a play that these two actresses made, and this is called Kissing Jessica Stein. Kissing Jessica Stein is the name of that movie from 2001, not 1997. My bad. All right. This one is from 2018. I'm pretty sure the rest of these are are accurate. No, not. I don't want to be there. That's the one I want. Thank you. All right. So title character played by Nick Robinson and Bram played by Keenan Lonsdale meet first on Tumblr, where they hit it off, and then ultimately in real life at their mutual high school. They both go to the same high school. So this is another one where the title, one of the main couple, that person's name is in the title of the film. All right, so time is up for this one. That movie, which was pretty popular and actually had a spin-off series, a TV series called Love, Victor. This one is Love, Simon. Love, Simon is the name of this film. All right, we're halfway through the round. Here comes question number 5. 1999, Megan, played by Natasha Lyonne, and Graham, played by Clea Duvall, meet at True Directions, a conversion therapy camp in this tongue-in-cheek comedy. It's not really cute to meet at a conversion camp, but nothing cute about conversion camps, but the movie is silly. So it's played more for laughs. Again, Megan and Graham meet at True Directions, a conversion therapy camp in this tongue-in-cheek comedy. Oh, also, you'll notice I posted standings today. I did fix all the crazy decimals from last week where you got your score was 10 out of 8. And I realized it was easy in the end. I just figured out, I realized that, to divide 8 by 10, you end up with 0.8. So I did the math. I reverse engineered the math to figure out how many you got right. And so your scores do reflect that correctly. All right. So this movie with Natasha Lyonne, it's called But I'm a Cheerleader. But I'm a Cheerleader is the name of this movie. All right. Number 6, 2007. Stephen Russell, played by Jim Carrey, and titular character, played by Ewan McGregor, meet in the law library of a prison in this true crime rom-com. So this is based, again, with any based on a true story. I don't know. I did a little bit of research to see how accurate it was. But, they always take liberties with these things. Yeah, this was a true story of a guy this guy, Stephen Russell, the Jim Carrey character, he ran scams and like did all kinds of like con jobs and stuff, ended up going to prison, escaped from prison, then ended up back in prison and fell in love with a fellow inmate, played by Ewan McGregor, whose name was Philip Morris, like the, what is that? The agents, Philip Morris Agency, but Philip Morris, I Love You, Philip Morris is the name of the movie. Good, about 50%, a little more than half got that one right. Nice job. 2020, Abby, Chris. So this one they've already met. This one's the already a couple, but we're at the end, so who gives a shit? 2020, Abby, played by Kristen Stewart, and Harper, played by Mackenzie Davis, spend Christmas with Harper's family, though she still hasn't come out to them. What is the name of that movie from 5 years ago already? That's from this movie. Interestingly enough, written and directed and semi-autobiographical by Clea Duvall, who from But I'm a Cheerleader. This was she based this movie on her experiences. Abby and Harper spend Christmas with Harper's family, though she still hasn't come out to them. Harper has not come out to her family. All right. So this movie was on, I think it was on Hulu. It might have had a theatrical release as well. It was called Happiest Season. Happiest Season is the name of this movie. All right. And your last movie is from last year. Jamie, played by Margaret Qualley, and Marion, played by Geraldine Viswanathan, are dealing with relationship issues when they find themselves in a dark comedy crime world, courtesy of writer-director Ethan Coen. One Coen by himself. The Coens are branching out away from each other. 2024. This movie is pretty new. Jamie and Marion are dealing with relationship issues when they find themselves in a dark comedy crime world, courtesy of writer-director Ethan Coen. And Joel Coen did this. No, I'm sorry. Ethan Coen did this. Joel Coen did the Macbeth one. So yeah, this was a tougher round, but maybe hopefully maybe you found out about some movies you haven't seen. You can check them out. I've seen 80% of these. Some of I have not seen this movie yet, so that's why maybe the description's a little vague. I have not seen Drive Away Dolls yet. I heard mixed reviews. Oh, yes, I am. But Philip, yeah, okay. So I am thinking of the William Morris Agency, but Philip Morris is also the name of like the cigarette company, right? The tobacco company. And this is interesting. You wrote an LGBT rom-com for a master's thesis. Nice. So that must have that certainly would have come in handy for this round tonight. All right. So let's keep it rolling into our next category. Our next category is our picture round. And so this one is inspired by Flag Day. Flag Day was last Saturday, a day that was co-opted by somebody in Washington, D.C., because it's also his special little birthday. But this one's all about, it's called Stars in Stripes. And you'll have, once I open this up, you got 8 people, 8 actors. I've erased their faces and arms and hands, but they're wearing American flag clothes, and you name the actor. Name the actor. All right, so let's open this up and show it to you, and then I'll give you 4 minutes to work on this. Let's put 4 minutes on the clock starting now, and best of luck, everybody. All right, everybody, you're just about halfway through the time. Got about 2 minutes left, a little under 2 minutes. One minute left. 1 minute warning for the picture round. All right, gang, it's just about time to start that timer. So if you haven't submitted yet, all right, time is up. So let's go over your answers before I open up your results and show you how you did. So you had these 10, no, I'm sorry, not 10, 8. I'm thinking of the other game that I write, which has 10. You had 8 of these people wearing American flags, and you had to name them. Number 1 from Idiocracy, that is Terry Crews as President Hector. What is it? Hector something Mountain Dew Camacho. Number 2, that's why I had to add, I realized he's not wearing it. It's him. It's the guy playing Abby Hoffman next to him. It's Tom Hanks, of course, in Forrest Gump. Number 3 is Easy Rider. Some people have seen flipped a coin between Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda. It's Fonda. It's Peter Fonda. He does not have a motor in the back of his Honda. That's why he's riding that motorcycle. Number 4 from Rocky, that is the late Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed. Number 5, this tripped some people up, but that is Borat himself. That is Sacha Baron Cohen. Number 6, that is Chris Evans in the original Captain America movie, Captain America: The First Avenger, which also stars Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones is in that movie, and there he is, right up there. You've been fugitived. All right, number 7, I don't think anybody got. Oh no, one person did get it. One person was able to pull it. Nice job, Looney Tunes. This is from Napoleon Dynamite. That's Diedrich Bader. Diedrich Bader from Drew Carey Show and Office Space and Napoleon Dynamite also. And the last one from the movie Dick, that is on the left, on screen left there, you got Michelle Williams, and on screen right, you got Kirsten Dunst. Dunstan checks in. All right, so that's what we've got. Before we check in on scores, let's do our lightning round. All right, so it's time for the lightning round. Today's lightning round is all about movies that take place on D-Day. D-Day was 2 weeks ago, just about a week and a half ago, June 6th. So I'm going to give you, I've got 4 movies that take place on or around D-Day, the invasion, and I describe them and you name the movie. That's it. All right. So your first one, Henry Fonda time. Henry Fonda and John Wayne storm the beaches in Normandy. Number 2, Tom Hanks and his company retrieve a family's last surviving brother. 3, Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton conduct a covert rescue mission at a German outpost. And 4, Jovan Adepo and Wyatt Russell uncover gory Nazi zombie experiments. So name those 4 movies set during the June 6th, 1944 D-Day missions in France. I'm going to give you a minute and a half to work on this. Clock starts now, and good luck. All right, pals. It's just about time to start that timer. It's quick. That's why it's a lightning round. So let's put 15 seconds on the clock. Alrighty. So, all right. So for this one, you had a few of these D-Day movies, 4 movies to be precise, 4 D-Day movies, and you had to name them. One of them was obvious. Everybody got that one, thankfully. So wait, this one was better. No, now I'm too gigantic. All right. So that first one, Henry Fonda and John Wayne stormed the beaches of Normandy. That is The Longest Day. A couple teams got that one. Number 2, I think everybody got this one right. It's Saving Private Ryan, of course. Number 3, Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton on a covert mission. That is Where Eagles Dare. And Jovan Adepo and Wyatt Russell coming up against Nazi zombies. Or I don't know if the zombies were Nazis, but the Nazis made the zombies. That's for sure. That's Overlord. That's the most recent of these movies. All right, so let's take a look here at your scores and standings after roughly half of the game is in the books. We got Stallone, Farewell, Good Night with 5, Luna Tunes with 7, Avis and Bobo with 10, Chris the Curator with 12, Marley's Chains with 16, and a 3-way tie with 17 between Powder, Helsinki, and Hans Still Solo. All right, so that brings us to the puzzle round. The puzzle round tonight is inspired by Father's Day, which just passed. Father's Day was Sunday. And so this one is all about movie. This one's called Movie Dad Rhyme Time. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to basically describe a movie dad. And so every answer will be exactly 2 words, no more, no less. It'll be a character's name, who I'm describing. I'll give you like their kids' names and sort of a description of stuff they do in the movie. And also there'll be a block of all caps text, which is usually the dictionary definition of the word that will rhyme with their name. So it'll be a character name, their first name usually, or there's one where it's their last name, and then a word that it rhymes with. All right. So here we go. Here is your first one. Maybe it was the stilted script or having to emote in front of a green screen, but this future father of Luke and Leia came off more like a form representing the human figure, used especially for displaying clothes, instead of a dynamic Jedi. So this will be 2 words. Who is that? Who is that father? What is the character's name? And what is that word in the all caps text? What is that defining? That will rhyme with that character's name. Yeesh. Banging into stuff. All right, so your first puzzle in this movie dad's rhyme time. The father of Luke and Leia, that's Anakin Skywalker, and he came off more like a mannequin. So mannequin, Anakin, mannequin. Either of those works. All right, question number 2. On the day of his daughter Connie's wedding, Don Corleone conducts mafia business while wearing a semi-formal evening suit for men. On the day of his daughter Connie's wedding, Don Corleone conducts mafia business while wearing a semi-formal evening suit for men. All right, time is just about up for this one. So Connie's father, Don Corleone, his name is Vito, and he's wearing a tuxedo. Vito tuxedo is your answer for this one. All right, question number 3. Considering he was his only surviving child, it's understandable that Nemo's pop was initially overprotective of his dearly loved fish. Considering he was his only surviving child, it's understandable that Nemo's pop was initially overprotective of his dearly loved fish, his fish son. That's what the Merriam-Webster dictionary says. That semi-formal. I don't know. I was trying to keep it official with the Merriam-Webster definition, but I agree. A tuxedo is what's more formal than a tuxedo. So I hope that didn't trip anybody up. To blame Merriam, talk to them. Talk to Merriam and if you have time, Webster as well. All right. So everybody who submitted got this right. Again, the order doesn't matter which way you put it, but it's Marlin's darling is how I phrased it. But Marlin, darling, Marlin, whatever. It's cool. You got the words. You got the point. All right. Question number 4. Everything the light touches is Simba's dad's kingdom, but Pride Rock specifically is his dwelling, at least in the Spanish language dub. Once again, everything the light touches is Simba's dad's kingdom, but Pride Rock specifically is his dwelling, at least in the Spanish language dub. All right. So this one, your 2 words here. The dad is Mufasa, and Pride Rock is his casa. Mufasa, casa, Mufasa, casa de Mufasa. If you wanted to say it that way, that's fine too. I don't think anyone did. But Mufasa, casa, Mufasa. All right. We're halfway through the puzzle round, and you're all doing great. Here we go with question number 5. Whether he's road tripping to Wally World or using an experimental lubricant on a sled, the patriarch of Rusty and Audrey's family engages in plenty of quests for amusement or adventure. Whether he's road tripping to Wally World or using an experimental lubricant on a sled, the patriarch of Rusty and Audrey's family engages in plenty of quests for amusement or adventure. Also, this one's first name. First name. All right. So these quests for amusement or adventure, he's done several of them, at least 4. And he always gets into trouble. He's always doing something dumb. And those are Clark's Larks. Clark W. Griswold's Larks. Clark's Larks. All right. Question number 6. After a lifetime of dishonesty and scams, Richie, Chaz, and Margot's dad finally becomes faithful to private people to whom faithfulness is due. Again, that is the dictionary definition of this this adjective. It's very strange definition, but that's what Merriam-Webster said. So once again, after a lifetime of dishonesty and scams, Richie, Chaz, and Margot's dad finally becomes faithful to private people to whom faithfulness is due. Just say faithful. I could have just ended it at faithful. Finally, faithful. That's fine. That'll get you there. As long as you know who this character is. All right. So this character, he is the father of, these are all the Tenenbaum children's, and he is Royal Tenenbaum, and he is loyal. He finally becomes loyal at the end of his life. Loyal, either way. Question number 7. To keep his daughter Kim safe, deadly dad Brian employs his very particular set of skills as he murders countless European evildoers. Once again, to keep his daughter Kim safe, deadly dad Brian employs his... This is a case where it's the last name. The last name is what rhymes. Deadly dad Brian employs his very particular set of skills as he murders countless European evildoers. All right. So this movie, these are the Taken movies that I'm talking about here, and his name is Brian Mills. And across the Taken movies, Mills kills, and he kills quite a bit. All right, and our final puzzle of this round. This one's a bit of a slant rhyme. It's not a perfect rhyme. Just to let you know up top, it's a slightly a slant rhyme, but I think it works. Over a lifetime of studying and searching, Indiana Jones's father wrote down all of his recollections in his Grail diary. Once again, over a lifetime of studying and searching, Indiana Jones's father wrote down all of his recollections in his Grail diary. Yeah, do we ever find out what happened to the friend? He doesn't give a shit. Liam Neeson doesn't. Brian Mills, he does not care. So this one I actually on Father's Day, which happened to be my son's birthday this year. His birthday is always right around Father's Day, but this year it was on Father's Day. We went to see. They brought what do you call it? Last Crusade back to theaters for Father's Day. We went to see it, and we saw Henry Jones Sr. Excuse me. So, and all of his memories, Henry's memories. You got kind of memories. You got to kind of speak like an old Victorian poet in order to get there, but I think it works. All right, so let's take a look at your scores and standings here after. 4 rounds have we done already? Let's see. We've got Stallone with 10, Chris the Curator with 14, Lunatunes 15, Avis and Bobo 16, Marley's James with 23, Helsinki and Han still solo with 24, and Powder jumping into the lead with 25. So that brings us next to our double points round. And I realized on the slide show that I didn't update it, but I didn't update the title, so it's still last week's. But this one is tomorrow is Juneteenth. Today is, as we're broadcasting, it's June 18th. Tomorrow's Juneteenth. So this one is all about this next round is all about recognizing Black Oscar winners. Black Oscar winners is your double points round. It's all going to be in the style of the two truths and a lie. All right. So don't pick the incorrect answer. Otherwise you wipe out a 0. All right. In 2021, who became the first Black actors from the same film to be nominated in the same category, with one of them ultimately taking home the Oscar? Your options are Leslie Odom Jr., Daniel Kaluuya, and Lakeith Stanfield. It's the first time 2 Black actors were ever nominated for the same film in the same acting category. And just a reminder about this style of question, you don't have to choose 2. You can choose 1 if you know for sure. I say that in advance of the next question, which I think that will probably come in handy. All right. So in this year, for the year 2020, in the ceremony was 2021. The movie was Judas and the Black Messiah. It was Daniel Kaluuya, who also I ended up putting a little slash instead of Leslie Odom's name. Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya. Leslie Odom was also nominated in that category that year, but he was not in Judas and the Black Messiah. He was nominated for One Night in Miami. But Lakeith and Daniel Kaluuya were both in that. All right, hang on. Let me take this out of here because I think I made a mistake. I'll just read this one. Which 2 of these costume designers have won at least 1 Oscar for the movies listed? All 3 of them have been nominated multiple times and are the only Black designers ever nominated in the category. Your options are Ruth E. Carter for Black Panther, Sharon Davis for Dreamgirls, or Paul Tazewell for Wicked. So these 3 people, they account for all of every Black nominee in this category. They've all been nominated multiple times, but only 2 of them have won. I realized there was a mistake on the slide where I think I gave away the answer. Hopefully you didn't see it, but maybe you did. So one of these people has actually won twice. I think they've all been at least 2 nominations each. Ruthie Carter, I think, has the most nominations, and she's won twice. She won for both Black Panther movies, and Paul Tazewell won for Wicked just this past year. Sharon Davis has not won as of yet. All right, question number 3. In addition to his Best Original Screenplay Oscar for BlacKkKlansman, what other 2 awards has the Academy bestowed on Spike Lee? Your options are Best Director Oscar, Student Academy Award, and Honorary Academy Award. He's gotten 2 of those in addition to his before he got his Screenplay Oscar. So he has 3, I guess. It's 3 Oscars total. All right, time is up for this one. So when he was still a student at NYU, he was given he won a Student Academy Award for one of his films. But he has to date not won Best Director. He was given an Honorary Academy Award in like 2006 or something, like a while before he finally won a competitive one for BlacKkKlansman. All right, question number 4. Following in Whoopi Goldberg's footsteps, which 2 women became the second and third Black EGOT winners, accomplishing the feat in 2022 and 2023, back-to-back years? Jennifer Hudson, Viola Davis, Regina King. Which 2 of those artists? You gotta say, you can't, if someone's got an EGOT, you can't really put them in a box as an actor or a singer or whatever. They're kind of across the board. Whoopi was the first Black EGOT winner. I think John Legend is an EGOT now, too. All right. So the first one who that got it in 2022, that was Jennifer Hudson, and then the following, I think that's the order, and then the following year, Viola Davis got one. Regina King maybe only has an Oscar. I'm not sure. Question number 5 here at the halfway point of this round. Which 2 movies did Denzel Washington win Oscars for? He's got 2 Oscars. Which movies were they for? Glory, Malcolm X, Training Day. Some more Spike Lee. Bringing it back to Spike. Malcolm X. All right. So he won in his youth. I forget how young he was. I guess he wasn't all that. He would already been in his 30s when he won Best Supporting for Glory. But he did not win for Malcolm X. He won Best Actor for Training Day in 2002. He was nominated for Malcolm X, but did not win. All right. Question number 6. What were the names of the characters Mahershala Ali played when he won 2 Oscars in a 3-year span for Moonlight and Green Book? Was it, your options are Juan, Don Shirley, and Eric Brooks. What are the names of those characters he played in Moonlight? Yeah, that's... Yeah, John Legend is an EGOT. Yeah. All right. So in Green Book, he played Dr. Don Shirley, or was it Dr. Don Shirley? Yeah, Don Shirley was his name in Green Book. And Eric Brooks is not one of them. Eric Brooks is the name of Blade, who he did like a voice cameo as Blade. I don't know if he's ever actually going to play Blade, but that I snuck that one in. Eric Brooks is Blade's real name. So it's Juan. Just Juan was his name in Moonlight. All right. Question number 7. Why? Oh, this is off. This is off center. This stinks. Which pair of Best Original Song winners earned statues for Black women artists? One for Irene Cara, the other for Her and Tiara Thomas. So Her and Tiara Thomas won for the same song, which is one of these. Your options are Glory from 2014, Flashdance, What a Feeling from 1983, and Fight for You from 2020. Well, that's twice in this category where Glory was one of the potential answers. However, last time for Denzel Washington, Glory was a correct answer. This time it is incorrect. Glory was from Selma by It's Where John Legend got his Oscar of his EGOT. That's a John Legend song. Fight for You is also from Judas and the Black Messiah. And Flashdance, What a Feeling. I forget what movie that's from. It'll come to me. All right, and your last question. Only 2 black filmmakers have won the Best Animated Short category. Both of them retired pro athletes who played in which 2 leagues? So 1 league each. They didn't both play in 2 leagues. Your options are the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL. So two black filmmakers have won the Best Animated Short category all time. They were both retired pro athletes. What 2 leagues did they play in? Yeah, they gotta move quickly on the Blade. If they're gonna do it, I would love to see Mahershala as Blade, even though he's already in the MCU as part of Luke Cage. But I don't know. He's gonna age out of it. He still looks great, but I mean, at a certain point, a vampire, has to be ageless. All right, so this one of them, who he won for Kobe. Kobe won for Dear Basketball, so obviously NBA is one of them, and the other was Hair Love by Matthew Cherry. Matthew Cherry was a former NFL player, so NBA and NFL are your two leagues that I'm looking for in this one. All right, so before we head to our last round, let's take a look at our scores and where we stand. We got Chris the Curator with 22, Stallone with 23, Looney Tunes with 26, Avis and Bobo 27, Helsinki Syndrome with 34, Marley's Chains 35, and a 2-way tie between Powder and Han Still Solo at the top of the leaderboard with 39. All right, so that brings us to the post-credits blitz. You all know how this works, I think, at this point, but you've got 3 pairs of questions, and each of those questions, one question is worth 1, and the other is worth 2. Easier 1 for 1, harder 1 for 2, and this last round. Tomorrow, also for my son, it's the last day of school. That's another momentous thing that happens in June. So this post-credits blitz is all about movies that take place on the last day of school. All right, here comes number 1. For 1 point, name the Canadian-American dual citizen who co-wrote the Teens on an Odyssey to get to a last day of school party movie, Superbad. Or name the American-Irish dual citizen who directed the Teens on an Odyssey to get to a last day of school party movie, Booksmart. So who is it that wrote Superbad and who directed Booksmart? Both of those titles are compound words, too. I like finding the commonalities in all these things. Where? All right. So for this one, your easier one, the dual citizen. I didn't know this about the second person, that they had dual citizenship. I figured this about Seth Rogen, that I know he's Canadian. I figure he's probably gotten his American citizenship at this point. He wrote Superbad, and Olivia Wilde. A lot of people got that one. She's apparently got Irish citizenship as well. I found that commonality interesting between them. All right. Your second set of questions. Name the singer whose song the 1999 prom/graduation movie American Pie took its name from, for 1 point. Or for 2, name the band whose song the 1998 graduation movie Can't Hardly Wait took its name from. So for 1 point, name the singer of American Pie, the title of which became a graduation teen romp. Or Can't Hardly Wait for 2. One team's got the 2-pointer so far. One team's got that 2-pointer. All right, 2 up, 2. Somebody else snuck in right under the wire. Remembered the band. All right, so American Pie, of course, is Don McLean, which always makes me want to say John McClane. And Can't Hardly Wait is The Replacements. The Replacements is the band. All right, and your last set of questions, number 3. Hang on, where is it? All right. For 1 point, name Richard Linklater's Texas home city, where he set his last day of school in 1976, period comedy Dazed and Confused. Or for 2 points, name George Lucas's California home city, where he set his last day of school in 1962, period dramedy American Graffiti. So both of these guys made period pieces set on the last day of school, and they both set them in their own hometowns. What are they? What are those 2 places? Linklater in Texas for 1, Lucas in California for 2. A lot of people got the 2-pointer. They know George's history. All right. So the home city of Richard Linklater, he sets a lot of his movies there. It's Austin. He's a lot of his stuff takes place in Austin, Texas. And George Lucas grew up in Modesto. Modesto, California is your answer. All right. So that brings us to the end of the game. Thank you all so much for playing. Let's take a look at where we, whoa, what's going on? It's still in in-game mode there. All right, let's see. Let's see where everybody stands. Oh, we did end in a tie. We've got Chris the Curator with 24, Stallone with 26, Looney Tunes with 27, Avis and Bobo with 28, Helsinki Syndrome with 36, Marley's Chains with 38, Powder and Han Still Solo co-winning the game. It's not a championship, so no tiebreakers. You won the last game together. 43 points. Nicely done. So that is a wrap on wait, it didn't. You're right. Thank you for adding that. Thank you for telling me that it didn't grade it up. All right, let's see. It doesn't change anything because you both still tied, but there we go. Chris the Curator with 24, Stallone and Looney Tunes 27, Avis and Bobo 28, Helsinki 38, Marley's Chains 40, and Powder and Han Still Solo still tied, still co-winners, but with 45. Sorry about that little hiccup, gang. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so that's it. That is a wrap on part 1 of season 13. I'm going to take a little break. I'm doing my in-person show next week, and then it's July, the 4th of July. So the following, it's like 4th or the 2nd of July, the following week. So part 2 of this season, I'll post the winners. I think mathematically, Han Still Solo gets the Yaddle card because it was close at the top of the leaderboard. I have to do the math, but I think they got it. I'll double check everything, do an audit, and post the results on who won this mini season. Next mini season starts on July 9th, and it'll be those 3 consecutive weeks, the 9th, 16th, and 23rd. It's going to be Multiplex of Madness style because I actually have time to write it over the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll hand out another Yaddle card at the end of it. All right, so have a great couple of weeks. Have a great holiday. Happy all of these holidays that we celebrated tonight, and I will see you in July. McClunky.